Hello, I'm Konstantin Savinkov, CEO and co-founder of Intento, and today let's talk about the data-driven approach to automatic translation. Why it's useful, where it falls short, why it's not enough today, and how we can fix that with something we may call requirements-driven translation. So, the idea behind data-driven translation is simple. Use your past translations, your translation memories to improve future ones. There are many ways to do that today: domain adaptation, fine-tuning, grounding, retrieval augmented generation with or without knowledge graphs, but the principle is the same. Feed your data into the translation model to make it work better for you. In this setup, every dollar spent on post-editing is not just fixing errors, right? It's investing in the better AI as that data goes back to improve the model output. Sounds like a win-win, right? So what's the catch? So the first issue is that after initial quality boost from historical data, improvements tend to taper off. Even the biggest enterprises just don't generate enough new translated content to keep this upward curve going. Second, as we discussed in the past already, not all requirements can be learned from your data. So you still need human post-editors, not just to fix errors, but to fill the gaps where the AI just didn't get the memo. Third, training on past data is kind of walking forward, looking backward. If your requirements change, which they always do, half of your historical data becomes irrelevant overnight, and you haven't produced enough new content under the new rules for the AI to catch up. Or take the more common case. You want to add a new language and apply the same requirements you use for 10 others. With a data-driven approach, you're out of luck. You simply don't have training data. So yes, data-driven translation is a classic way to apply AI to enterprise localization. It fits very well in human-first workflows. You'll save on post-editing rates, but at the same time, you'll also keep doing post-editing for all your content forever. So how do we automate localization in the AI-first way so that humans handle the hard stuff, but most of the work is done by AI on autopilot? To answer that, let's step back and ask, why did we all start with a data-driven translation in the first place? Well, it's simple. Until recently, the only way to steer AI output was to train it on your data. And the only thing AI could do was to generate translation drafts. If you wanted to improve those drafts, you had to bring in humans and explain exactly what needed to be fixed. But today, we can instruct large language models much like you instruct human translators. They don't just generate drafts, those large language models, they can follow specific translation requirements. They can check if those requirements are met and revise accordingly. And that's what kind of changes the game, including how we define automatic translation quality. Until now, we had a double standard. For human translations, quality meant meeting specific goals, following style guide, using the right tone, staying compliant. For machine translation, it was just a score, a number between 0 and 1. Useful for triage, useful to compare different AI models, but not enough to trust the output without review for all cases. And that's no longer the case. Today, we can apply the same standards to both. AI can check and fix specific requirements like terminology, tone of voice, gender, regulatory compliance, and others. And this closes the loop on quality management automatically. And this shift enables what we at Intento call a requirements-based approach to translation automation. In the data-driven model, you basically collect all your data, clean it up, feed it into the AI, and hope for the best. In the requirements-based model, you flip the script. You start by defining your requirements, what really matters in your translations beyond basic fluency. Then, you implement automatic checks for those requirements, so you always know what's missing. You train AI on available data where it helps. Yes, data still matters. And then you fill the remaining gaps by adding AI agents instructed to check and fix specific requirements. And with this setup, your most critical high-volume content can be translated fully automatically, still meet every requirement. And that's what we mean by requirement-based translation. And that's exactly where AI agents step in. And it's important, it doesn't just improve translation quality, it also aligns expectations between you and your internal stakeholders, between us and our customers, between promises and delivery. And this isn't just a theory. We already have several real-world cases in production. You'll hear about them at webinars, conferences, and anywhere else you find us. So stay tuned, follow us, subscribe. You'll be excited. This is the future of the localization, and it's already here. Thank you.